What's up, gang? Welcome back to another video. It's your girl, the Lab Girl, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to give you guys 3 reasons why you may want to consider becoming a travel histotech at least one time in your histology profession. Or you may see that you may end up liking it, or you may see that you may end up disliking it. It all depends on the person. It all depends on your experience. But if you're thinking about becoming a travel histotech and you just don't have enough information out there, you don't know any travelers, you're not really sure if this is the right move for you, you're not really sure, if you can even become a travel histologist, then this will be the right video or probably videos for you. I'm only going to give you 3 general reasons why I think you should probably just consider it. Not saying you need to make a move or you need to go ahead and jump into something, but if you have already been a histologist or histotechnician, at least for 1 full year, then I would definitely suggest you think about traveling if you are considered traveling and you have nothing to lose. Okay, so how I'm going to break this video down is the first video will be reasons why you should travel, and then the second video I'll do is the steps to prepare you to become a travel histotech. Okay, so the first reason why I think you guys should consider traveling would be to change your environment, change of location, change of scenery. If you're a person who like to travel just like on an everyday basis anyway, as far as like going to different states, going to different cities, maybe taking little staycation, one who likes to get out, just have a challenge, this would definitely be the right career move for you. I was a histo traveler for 2 years. It added to my experiences, it added to my resume, of course. It just added to my overall experience of each lab and how people do things different in each lab. If you are looking to change your location, if you've wanted to visit a city and live there just to see if you may like it, because you may get to a city and you fall in love with it. Just say if you want to go to Boston, or if you want to go to Miami, if you want to go to a rural area like Minnesota, it doesn't really matter. It gives you an opportunity to take a job at that lab and you can live there for however many weeks that the contract is. It just allows you to see new things, and also too, you can take your family, you can take your pet, you can live rent-free. You can also keep your place at your other, just say if you live in a different state and you don't want to give up your place there, you can actually just do your 13-week contract or however many weeks that the contract is, and you'll still be able to go to your home state. So you don't lose anything by living somewhere for a duration of time and living rent-free or renting a room or finding your own spot. It just gives you the opportunity to enjoy a new city, explore, meet new people, get a feel of how different labs run, and also too, it adds to your resume, so you can't lose with that. So let's go ahead and get into tip number 2 on why you should consider traveling. All right, so tip number 2 why you should consider traveling is because you basically work for yourself. That's the way I like to look at it. Even though you may have a recruiter or a travel company that you work for, technically they work for you. That's the way I like to look at things. So you're the one who can actually see what jobs that you want to apply for. Sometimes jobs are also permanent. So if you are doing a travel assignment and you just say you want to now look for a permanent assignment because you're in the job market for looking for jobs, they definitely do offer permanent jobs as well on the travel recruiting sites. I'm pretty sure I have a video or videos on my channel where I speak about travel companies, how to choose a travel company, and I'll link that video somewhere. I'll link that video somewhere within this video, but or it'll be the next video after this video. I'll do it that way. So if you guys are looking to travel, you are your own boss. No, you don't get to pick your own hours, but you are literally working for yourself because you're not a permanent employee. So whenever you're going into the lab, of course, you're doing everything like any other histotech, but when it comes to your days off, all you need to do is just submit for your days off. You can do that through the company, and yes, the days will be unpaid because you're not a permanent employee, so you don't have any PTO, but you just have that flexibility because whenever your travel assignment is over. So just for example, if you have a 13-week assignment and you want to take 2 weeks off, or you want to take 3 weeks off, you have that flexibility to do that, because if that lab wants to extend your contract, if you have been a great worker and then, you know, continuously need the help, then you can say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and extend my contract, sign my contract, but I want to take a 2-week period off and I'll be back in 2 weeks. They will not deny that, because now your contract has completely expired, and now you're going to be renewing your contract for a whole nother whatever duration that you decide to stay at your lab. So you have the flexibility of taking however much time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks off before you can start your next assignment, which is a great thing. Also too, when it comes to your pay, pay is a little bit different when you are working for yourself, but the great thing is, which I'm going to get into the next video, is your money. And I will dive deep, because money is definitely the reason why a lot of people do consider traveling, because there are a lot of perks whenever you are traveling, or whenever you are thinking about becoming a travel histotech. But as far as like you working for yourself, you are literally a contractor. So you have no ties. I think I like that feeling better sometimes than being permanent, because, you know, when you're permanent, you're wrapped up into everything and you are the company now. But whenever you are a traveler, you work for yourself, but you represent the travel company that you're working for. And also too, it's just that you are on your own terms. So if you can have health insurance, or you don't have to have health insurance. You don't get any PTO, which is a bad thing, but you could take as much time off as you want. As far as the hours, they're a little bit more flexible for you, because you are a traveler. So you're trying to fit in where the work need, or where the work demand is there. So you may have a different schedule than everyone else. You may be PRN. It's just a lot of different opportunities whenever you work for yourself, and your boss technically is the boss at the lab still, but you really work for that travel company, or you work for that company. I think that's a great opportunity for you guys to work for yourself. The recruiter works for you. So whenever it's time for you to go to your next assignment, sometimes these recruiters will push things on you, like, because they have contracts with these hospitals or with these labs. But don't forget that they work for you. So if this is something or somewhere that you just don't want to go, there's so many different travel opportunities with other travel companies, and it's literally like a car lot. If you want to look at it that way, whenever you go to each car lot, they're haggling you. So they want you to buy a car from their car lot. So that's the same thing. If you feel like that you want to work with one travel company on one assignment, but then on the next assignment, you feel like you want to switch it up and go to another travel company that's going to offer you better benefits, better pay, more bang for your buck, better housing, then you have the opportunity to change different recruiters, and you have the opportunity to change different recruiting companies. So that's a great thing. You have those options for yourself. Now, before we get into the last tip on why you should travel, make sure that you join the gang. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if I provide value and valuable content for your career. Let's go ahead and get into tip number 3 on why you should consider travel histology. All right, gang. So tip number 3 on why you should consider travel histology. If you are in school and you're thinking about doing travel histology, the reason why you should definitely do travel histology, because the finances, the money. Now, I've explained in other videos, how much do a histotech really make? How much do travel histotechs make as well? But each travel tech and each company will be different, because it's based upon, one, the location, and also 2, your experience. But I think at this point, it's really based on the location, because you get per diem, which is free money, and also too, you get a base pay. Now, sometimes when your base pay is low, your per diem is high. So your per diem is the free money that you get that's tax free. So if your base pay is $30 an hour, then your per diem may be $300 a week. So that's free money that you're going to have based up and on top of your base pay. So whenever you are getting this tax-free money, You don't have to pay that back to the IRS, and you don't have to claim that on your taxes. The only thing that's claimed is your base pay. That's a great thing. Another thing is that money, that per diem, that includes money for your food, that includes money for gas, anything that you need the money for. It's not like you have to say, oh, what are you using the money for? That's why it's called per diem. Another thing is, if you are moving from a different state, or not even moving, because a lot of travelers, they don't necessarily pick up and move. So if you are traveling, just say you live in Georgia and you took a travel assignment in Texas, then whenever you get to Texas, you may need a car because you didn't drive your car from Georgia to Texas. So in your contract, you could definitely put rental car, because that will actually be a part of your stipend. So you can get rental car, which you'll have for the whole duration of the time that you are at your assignment, for over how many weeks that you're at your assignment. Also too, if you need them to provide you housing, because technically moving, so you can get free housing, which is a part of your stipend or package deal as well. And maybe in the next video, I'll create a package plan so you guys can see exactly the breakdown of what your package pay plan may look like. They differ for each assignment, but within that, it's going to include your housing. So the company will pay your rent from your package plan. So monthly, you won't have a rent and you won't have any light bill. You'll just have your normal expenses. So if you still got rent at your last place, then you could, you'll still be able to pay your rent and things of that nature. These things do take away from your take-home pay. So that's something that you definitely want to consider. Once again, I'll go ahead and make a pay package plan with and without housing, with and without rental car and things of that nature in the next few videos. But I just want to give you guys just the basics of why you should definitely travel. Other than the great thing about, you'll see your money, you'll be able to save your money, you'll be able to pay off some debt if you are living rent free. And if you choose to maybe do the route that I did, which was just do a whole move and not even like go back to the state, then you literally can pay off more of your debt. So that's the key. That's the goal. At least that was my goal. Maybe your goal may be different. Maybe your goal may be to buy a house. Maybe your goal may be to just save. Maybe your goal would just to be to splurge, just to live life, just to be a traveler and just like hop around and just live wherever you go and not have a place to call home, unless, maybe just live at your parents, or between contracts, you live with a friend, you live with family members, or you just rent a room. There's so many different opportunities and so many different avenues that comes along with travel histology. So I just want to give you guys the breakdown of what you can gain from becoming a travel histologist, because it probably had to be one of the best experiences. I'm so glad that I became a travel histologist. Anytime you want to go permanent, you can definitely go permanent and apply for a permanent position. And also too, if you're permanent and you're like, hey, I need to change, I need to switch this up, you can always apply and become a travel histologist again. So gang, that is it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section of any one of my videos. I'll hit you guys back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.